In this tutorial, we'll be explaining what projectile motion is and how to solve projectile motion problems. So what is projectile motion? Projectile motion is the motion of an object thrown or projected into the air when, after the initial force that launches the object, air resistance is negligible and the only other force that the object experiences is the force of gravity. The object is called a projectile and its path is called its trajectory. Now we'll be moving on to a projectile motion problem and how to solve it.
Ball is kicked with an initial velocity of 12 meters per second at an angle of 50 degrees to the horizontal. How long will the ball stay in the air assuming it strikes the ground at the same height as it was launched? So here is the given. Fy is the zero, as all things that reach maximum height goes zero. Initial velocity is at 12 meters per second, gravity is at negative 9.8, and our degrees or angle is at 50 degrees. So to start off, we have to find the Viy component. We can do this by following the formula Vi, which is the given, which is 12, and sine theta. Now we just replace the variables. 12 sine 50, and that would give us a number of 9.19 meters per second. Thus it serves as our Viy component. Now in this problem we are looking for how long. That indicates time, so we have to find the time it takes for the ball to stay up in the air. We can solve time by deriving a formula, which is Ag is equals to Vf minus Viy over t. Now we replace our variables. We replace t and acceleration, thus forming Vfy minus Viy over a. Thus it will become t is equals to 0 minus 9.19 over negative 9.8 minus 9.19 over negative 9.8, and we would get 0.94. But we are looking for the total time it takes. So to look for the total time, we just multiply our time by 2. So we would have 0.94 multiplied by 2, which is 1.88 seconds.
So to find out how far will the ball go before hitting the ground, what we need to do first is we find the initial velocity of x, which is initial velocity cos angle of projection. So 12 cos 50 degrees, which gives you 7.71 meters per second. Next, we find the time of the initial velocity of x, which is 7.71 times 1.88, which gives you 14.49 meters per second.
So moving on to the third problem, what will be the maximum height of the ball? So here we are looking for maximum height. So in order to look for the maximum height reached by the ball, we can use two formulas. The first one I'll be showing is the shorter version, which is y is equals to agt squared over 2. Now we just replace our variables. We will get negative 9.8 over 0.94 squared. Then we will get negative 4.33 meters. So notice that it's negative. It's negative because this formula starts from the top to the bottom, as shown by the illustration here. We are solving the maximum height by only using half of the range. This is why we're using 0.94 for time instead of 1.88. We are starting from the maximum height to the bottom. Now for the second formula, this is a bit longer. Y is equals to VIY 80 squared over 2. Now if we just replace our variables, our 9.19 was our initial y velocity multiplied by 0.94 minus positive 9.8 multiplied by 0.94 squared over 2. This will give us an answer of 4.31. Now notice how it's positive this time. It's positive because we are solving from bottom to top. So this means we are solving the first half of the range. Our gravity here is positive because the ball is going up. So as you can see from the illustration, we are solving from bottom to top. And that's how we got our answer. They may differ from a decimal point of view, but if you round them off, they are still gonna be 4.3. It's just that one is negative since we started from top to bottom, and the other is positive since we started from bottom to top.